Many developed countries are not are not spending money on cholera and dysentery and Lassa fever and things like that, because water and sanitation prevents things like that, diseases like that. So we can actually, as a country, save a lot of money if we provided water and sanitation to our most vulnerable people. But for some of our communities, water and sanitation has become more difficult to get than precious minerals, and it shouldn't be like that. Many of us recognize that, development partners, the government, the private sector, but how to provide it becomes a major challenge. There is no time to waste. There is a state of emergency. By 2030, we have all committed through the Sustainable Development Goals to provide water and sanitation, or water for all, by 2030. That race is not going to be possible if we're not coordinated, if we are not sharing best practices, if we are not looking at the new technologies that are out there to help us address this situation. That is why we are here today. We are practitioners, we are people who understand what the issues are, we understand the importance of water, we understand that it is necessary to provide water for the most vulnerable so that nobody is left behind. But how to do it in a coordinated manner is a challenge. How to ensure that the most vulnerable actually get access to water is a challenge. How to make sure that we are not duplicating efforts is a challenge. How to make sure that we are applying the most appropriate technology at the right level, at the right time is a challenge. And that's why we are here today. We recognize that we can't do it alone. At WATERAID, we started off by providing services in communities. We realized that if we did that for 1,000 years, we will not scratch the surface of the problem in Nigeria. So we recognized that, and then we moved from that approach to one of strengthening institutions. It's government's responsibility to provide services for people, especially water and sanitation. It is a government's responsibility to coordinate. And so we recognize that by working with government and working with all the partners, that we will be in a position to make development happen faster in the wash sector. And so we are here today to say, what are other people doing? What is the government doing that is right? What is it that other partners, UNESCO, PIND, what are other people doing that we can share from, so that we don't duplicate efforts? Because like I said, the challenge is huge and the time is short. And so that's why we decided to partner with PIND. We don't work in the Niger Delta. We work in northern Nigeria and in the southeast of Nigeria. And so we felt that it would be a good idea to come with people, to partner with people who don't work in a sector where we work, so that we can learn about what they are doing and how it is that we can also share. And that's why we have called together other partners and stakeholders who are working in various parts of Nigeria, so that together we can learn from each other and we can improve our ways of working. So this is a very participatory workshop that we have put together. We've done it deliberately for World Water Day. In the past, we will talk about the problems, but I think that it is time for us to not only talk about the problems, but to talk about the solution and how to do it in a way that is coordinated, efficient, and effective. So thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to learning about new things that are happening in the sector and looking forward to working and networking with all of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.